to another tutorial, and in this video we're gonna be looking at High Hopes, but the early version. So there was this new release called The Later Years. It's kind of a new album or just a remix of the old ones. It was released around 2019, 2020, something like that. And High Hopes there actually has a different guitar solo, one with electric guitar. I still prefer Gdansk or studio version over any High Hopes version actually, but it was really fun to cover High Hopes early version, and you guys voted for it on Patreon, so here we are. If you're interested in this David Gilmour studio Big Muff tones, just check out my Patreon. I think the High Hopes tone I got for this video, I mean the cover, it sounds awesome. Not very mid-rangey, very sharp and bright, actually very aggressive tone. If you're interested, just check out my Patreon. So without further ado, let's start this tutorial. Okay, I've closed off my delay and my distortion. We have this cleanish tone like... Okay. Something like this. And actually I don't know how the chord progression goes that much, but... Yeah, okay. So C minor. Something like this, okay? C minor, dun, 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 G minor. Okay, this keeps going on and on. But of course there are fill-ins and everything, but we're here to cover solo version. So playing this chord progression, that is enough for us. It's like a great trying out a new guitar in a guitar store kind of progression, if that makes sense. So let's start with the part one. Okay, so we're on C minor, as I've said before. So the lyrics goes as... I mean, like the grass was greener. The endless river, forever and ever. Okay, forever and ever. That was the lyrics. We're gonna be bending the 11th fret, okay? And then release. Now we're on the 8th, but we're gonna rake it. Something like this, okay? And then release. Okay? Now we're gonna be moving one string down. We're here on the 8th again, and we're just gonna rake that again. And be a little aggressive with the bend, okay? Actually, not bend, just the vibrato. So let's play this. Okay, very easy stuff so far. Now we're just gonna be picking and muting it. You hear this? Okay. We're just gonna do something like this. Now a classic David Gilmour band, just pick and wait, then bend. Something like this. I'm just gonna adjust the frame. What we do is 10, 8, 10, 8, 8, 10, okay? So let's play everything together with the chords and everything. The endless river, forever and ever. Okay, very good so far. So we're just gonna be sliding to the 12. Something like this. What a classic David Gilmour slide, right? We're just gonna do something like this. Again, let's slide to the 12 with our middle finger. I recommend middle finger here. But not like... You don't want this to ring out, okay? You gotta mute. Something like this. Okay, now we're just gonna pick the 13. You can just pull off here too. And do something like this. Or you can just do like, probably I've tabbed it like this. Like without. Or without pull off. This all depends on you. Like I said, you can just improvise however you like. Now we're just gonna slide to the 16. And catch the 15. And do something like this. But you hear the rhythm. Okay? Without distortion, I'm gonna sound a little dull, but well, I gotta do tutorials. With the awesome tone guide that I gave you with pedal alternatives and settings and amps, you're gonna sound just fine, just like the studio version. So again. Okay. Now we're just gonna hammer on. Okay? Just watch my picking hand. I didn't pick, okay? Then after the last hammer on, you're just gonna slide to the 18. Okay? To finish this part, we're just gonna be picking the 16 again. Hammer on to the 18 and bend. Okay, then release. Now. Okay, I'm just gonna increase my SPC a little just to have a little sustain so you can understand how the second bend goes, okay? This is the first one, but now listen. Okay? I don't pick here. Okay? What a cool bend. And after this, you're just gonna do a pre-bend to the 16 and slide to the 20th on the high E, okay? From the 18, okay? Let's play this all together because it gets a little complicated without playing a little with the rhythm. Awesome. Let's play the part 1 from start and then we're gonna move on to the second part. The endless rivers, forever and ever. Okay, for part 2 we're gonna be here again. We're gonna do something like this, but just please pay attention to this rhythm. Something like this. We're gonna be starting slow. And do this 2 times, okay? And on the second, we're gonna be bending the 10th fret, okay? Then we're just gonna do a blues lick. Of course, the first two notes is just pick and mute. We're just gonna do something like this. Okay. Awesome. Practice this part. Now we're gonna bet the 10th. We're gonna do something like this. Okay. What we do here is very easy. Now, kind of a bluesy thing. Okay. Don't forget to just hammer on here, okay? Now we're gonna do the signature high hopes lick, okay? Okay, we're just gonna slide to the 8th on B string. Catch the 8th on G string. Now we're just gonna slide to the 10th on the G string. And catch the 10th on D, okay? Of course, I don't have to mention that you have to do a lot of vibrato here. Okay. We were already here. Now, just gonna pick it 2 times. And catch the 8th on the G, okay? Slide to the 7th. Catch the 8th on D. And 8th on A. Slide to the 10th. Okay, let's play this part from the start. Okay. We're gonna finish this part like this. Okay. Slide to the 10th. Something like this. Just climb up the scale, okay? Bend and mute. And pick. This solo is actually not that hard. It's just hard to get used to, that I might say. And a great representation of what Gilmour can produce, if that makes sense. So let's play this second part from start to finish, and then we're gonna move on to the final and third part, okay? Awesome. Now we're just gonna make our guitar cry a little, like this is the full explosion of the song. Okay, something like this. This is a little tricky, I admit. We're just gonna rate to the 8th on the high E. What a Gilmour bend, oh my god. You're just gonna bend very slow, okay? Half step bend. Okay? Something like this. Of course you can just rake, but the 8th fret on B string can ring too. What a perfect lick. I'm just gonna demonstrate the tremolo to you guys. So watch my tremolo, okay? Okay? Something like this. And then we're just gonna be a normal vibrato. Now we're just gonna move on to the 16 and do a pull off to the 13. Do something like this. Full on a half step bend. No, actually 2 full steps. This is a hard bend, yeah. And on the second, just a full bend. Full step bend. You can hear this on Rattle That Lock too. You know the song? Like goes this. Something like this on Rattle That Lock. Then we're gonna do something like this. Yeah, this is a hard sequence. What we do here is just 16, 15, 13, and then 15, 13, bend. Okay. Okay. Now we're just gonna be here again. We're gonna do another rake. We're just gonna do something like this. I've improvised here just a little. Well, as you can guess. These are all triplets, by the way. This is kind of an easy stuff, so you could just feel free to improvise here. What I do is rake here. Give it a little bend. I can do something like this, okay? What you gotta do is just finish on the C minor, okay? Okay? C. Not C minor, of course, C. Okay? Now we're just gonna be like... We did something like this back in the part 2. Kind of a similar thing. Again, you can just improvise here. All you gotta do is just play the pentatonic. Very simple stuff. You can just do, like, let's improvise. Like, I don't know, just... something like this. It all depends on you. This wasn't that good. Now we're just gonna continue. We're gonna do something like this. Like, we did something like this too. Actually, this solo just keeps repeating some of its licks. Maybe it just changes a note here and there. At least my version. So let's play everything to this part so we can understand. Now the new part. You heard this? Okay? Give it a little, something like On the Turning Away. Okay? After this, you're just gonna pick the 8. 8 on high E, 8 on B, and then 11th on the B. Okay? Okay? Now to finish this song, you can just improvise here again. There's something like this. David Gilmour finishes like something like this on the 18th fret. I just built up to that on the scale, like something like this. It doesn't matter how you just slide here. Okay? Doesn't matter. This is of course how I play, but what David Gilmour plays is very similar to that. You can do something like this too. What I mean is, when the bar finishes, you're just gonna be... do something like this, just like so. Okay? Or like this, or... That wasn't actually quite right, but you get the point, okay? Now if solo finishes here, let's play part 3 again, and then I'm gonna play the full song without interruptions. Something like this might work. Okay, let's play the song from start to finish without interruptions. So with like chords on everything. The endless river, forever and ever. Whew. Okay, that's all from me. If you enjoyed this tutorial, I'd appreciate some love on Patreon. I'm growing my community there. We're like almost 200 now. You can be a part of this project that I'm doing, like covering and doing tutorials on almost every Pink Floyd on David Gilmour solos. It's gonna take years and years, but I'm gonna finish this project with or without you, but it would be great with you. So you can just be a part of it and access the tabs, tones, backing tracks, gears, alternatives and everything. Just vote for the next tutorial. I mean, this is just like $5, dude. Back when I started learning these songs, I was literally spending hours and hours for the tone, just the notes and tabs and everything. Anyway, enough with the shameless plug. I know I've been uploading a lot of like tutorials lately, but I got great pedal reviews, pedal comparisons, tone guides and everything for you guys. I'm gonna update some of my older videos too, like 9 pedals to cover every Pink Floyd song. I'm gonna just expand that. I'm gonna make at least a half an hour video explaining everything. So anyway, just great content's coming. Be sure to check out them, and I'll see you guys again in the next video.